Hi there, so today's video is the end of May updates. As you can see, my Galeottia fimbriata is rotted and therefore nice and dead. So this is my Maxillaria tenuifolia. It has a bunch of new growths all over, and there's one at the base there if that's suitable. My Paraphalaenopsis laycockii has a new leaf growing out of the middle. My Leptotes bicolor's new growth, this one, is growing pretty well. My LC Supersonic Striking Lip's new growth is growing well. My RLC, what is this one? Chian-Tzy Goldenorange, that's the name. Its new growth is growing pretty well as well. And if we look inside, it's a bit difficult to capture on camera, but there appears to be a sheath inside, so hopefully that will form into buds. My Ascocentrum miniatum finally has an active growing root, so it's great. There is a leaf in there, but it hasn't grown that much yet. My Ascocentrum ampullaceum is still in bloom, although the flowers on the first spike that bloomed is starting to die off. So I think I first mentioned this one in my March update. This is the Ascocentrum ampullaceum crossed with christensonianum. I think that's a spike, but it hasn't grown since March, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. My Aerides flabellata has a new leaf growing. The new growth on my Schombugrkia shultzei is doing pretty well. There's also a new root growing on one of the older pseudobulbs. This is one of those generic white Phalaenopsis that's recovering slowly. I actually want to throw this out, but it was given to me, so we'll see. My NOID purple Phalaenopsis is growing a bunch of new roots, but there's no new leaf growing yet. My Bulbophyllum sulawesii has a new growth, doing pretty well. My Chysis laevis new growth is growing pretty well. My Bulbophyllum fascinator has a new growth. My Vanda testacea has a new leaf growing. The new leaf came when I first got this plant, but it's growing a bit more now. My Phalaenopsis fimbriata is in full bloom. As you can see, the display is not very nice because they are facing in different directions. And my Dendrobium bracteosum has another bud forming, and the bud at the top from before, it's doing pretty well, it's growing. My antennatum cross has a new growth there. This is my Dendrobium cariniferum. It's not doing that great. I don't think it's dying, but this leaf on the right has been drying up, and I don't see any signs of any new growth coming. I'm not sure what's going on with that. My cornu-cervi is doing pretty well. It has this new leaf and a new root there. So in my last update, there was a new growth growing, and I thought it could possibly be a new growth because it was pointy, but my intuition was correct in the sense that it is a flower spike, and I actually have 3 flower spikes growing, so that's very exciting. My Dendrobium cruentum is doing pretty well. All the new growths are growing strongly, but for some reason, some of the leaves are starting to turn yellow. I think it's probably fine though. My Schombugrkia is maturing 2 of its growths. My Stanhopeia gibosa is maturing that 1 growth over there. My Chian-Tzy fimbriata has a new growth. I put that little plastic thing so it wouldn't kind of run into the basket, but I can remove it now since it's kind of growing above the basket. My Dendrobium Galeottia is doing super great. This new growth is maturing nicely. My Dendrobium sulawesii is doing pretty good as well. It's growing nice and strong. My Chian-Tzy speciosa is maturing 2 of its new growths here. I think they'll be smaller than the previous growths just because I got it late last year. But I think the next year after it should grow a lot bigger. we'll see. My Renanthera monachica is growing a really long root. I may need to hang it after because if I try to put it on a flat surface, the root might bend and break. And my Polycycnus barbata is maturing this new growth here. Well, not a new growth, it's a pseudobulb now. My Dendrobium kingiatum is surprisingly alive. I have a bad habit of assuming it could take full sun. It cannot. But I see something that, this is probably wishful thinking, but it may or may not be a flower spike. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's like, right here. We'll see. This thing is prone to producing keikis, and I've had a really hard time trying to bloom it. The reason being is I don't have a greenhouse. I do have a patio here, but obviously when it gets super cold, I don't have a way to kind of protect it from frost. So yeah, hopefully that's a flower spike, but we'll see. My Dendrobium NOID has a new growth. My SLC World Vacation Shibuya Sunset is maturing its new growth. Roots are growing, that's good. My catasetums are doing pretty well. This one and this one are almost ready to be fully watered. This one still needs a little bit of time before I water it. My Brassavola cucullata has a new growth. My Neophonetia falcata has a new leaf. And my RLC Little Toshi has a new growth, growing from underneath there. My Ascocentrum pusillum has another new leaf growing. My Epidendrum is still in bloom. The flower spike is making a U-turn. My Dendrobium Sherry Abe has a new something growing in there. I think it might be a new node on the pseudobulb. My Oncidium Sherry Baby is looking questionable. Not sure what's going on with this guy. Looks like it's being depleted, but there's some white stuff on this old pseudobulb here. I repotted my Dendrobium laevis in a basket with leca and rockwool. I'm not sure what's wrong with it, but this pseudobulb here and this one here, they're not doing well at all. It's either being depleted or rotted, but I don't think it's rotted. At the moment, I don't see any new growths, and the leaves are yellowing for some reason. Hoping it's just a temporary thing, but we'll see, I guess. This is my Sarcochilus hartmannii. In a previous update, I said I believe that was a flower spike, but it turned out to actually be a new growth. Okay, so that's my video for today. I'm going to end it on my Pedangus dactyloceras. Thanks for watching and have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye.